What a story that would have been for Heung-min Son, but it's still a remarkable night. And don't forget, there's also the fact of Mauricio Pochettino going back to his former club for the first time as well. And he joins us live now. Congratulations, Mauricio, on the 3 points. We've just spent 10 minutes trying to sum up the game. We're still going. How would you describe what you have just seen?
Well, I think that is the football that we want, and with the technology, I think to play today, I think we played 20 or 22 minutes more than normally from, after 90. I think that is the football, and a game like we play today, I think really competitive, and that situation that can, are in the limit. Yes, it's another football. I think it was really exciting. If we talk about the game, I think it was an amazing game. We face a team that is with full confidence, and with us that we need to build our confidence. I think important victory for us, 3 points. We can, analyze in different way, but I think we forced them to make the mistake, and on the end the team showed good character, and I think always we wanted to win the game, and on the end we achieved what we wanted.
Take us back to the first half, Mauricio. Spurs obviously opened the scoring and actually started very well. What changed? How did you get back into the game?
No, I think, to be honest, I agree with you. I agree that we really start really sloppy the game. I think we didn't start well. I think it was difficult for us to control the game, to control the space and control the ball. I think too many mistakes in possession, and I think Tottenham start the game with a lot of energy and create a really difficult thing for us, a difficult situation to play. But I think after that, I think after we concede, the team start to play and was more freedom, and start to, I think was very nervous from the beginning, and then we start to play better. I think was about to improve our quality, because we had the quality, but in the first 10-15 minutes, we didn't show the quality that we're supposed to have, no?
Mauricio, what was your messaging to the players, once they went down to 10 and 9 men? Was you trying to tell them that they should be very patient out there? What was your tactical approach at that point?
Yes, I think the space, if you can see, or you saw, the line defensive was so high when we start to build from back, and I think we didn't have the patience to build and to put the ball from one side to another and find the right moment. I think the running were always in a wrong time. I think too many offside. We were very disappointed, disappointed in the halftime to not to exploit the space that they gave us, and that is important. But that was it's about when the team is not full confidence that we were, we arrived in this game, with too many doubts, about the confidence. I think that happened, and when you play again a team like Tottenham that was unbeaten and playing really well, always, you need to make more effort, a double effort. But I think that was, to try. We didn't, find the moment to kill, because the line defensive was so high, and yes, and until that we can find and we score, and yes, for us the most important is the 3 point, because I think to improve in our on the table, and of course to build our confidence, because it's a team that is young, and we need to feel confident if we want to perform and to go high, no?
Mauricio, you took Colwill off, your left back, at half-time. How important was it that you kept 11 men on in that second half? Was that the message at half-time?
Yes, because I think the yellow card, was he lose a little bit, his focus, and we 11-10, I think was too much risk, and then Mark was doing well also, and I think not to take a risk. I think we wanted to avoid the problem is for different things, or for a small thing to get another yellow card. I think is going to be a risk for us.
Were you surprised, Mauricio, by the high line that Spurs continued to deploy, even with 9 men in that second half?
No, look. When you are on the top of the table, you can try everything, and when the confidence is there, it's about to try. If we want to do something like this, for sure, in every single action, for sure you can see. But that is the momentum of the team. I think they were so confident and try this type of thing. I think with more calm and with more confidence. If we are maybe in different situation or maybe different position, maybe with the space that we can find in behind the line defensive, maybe we can score more than 4 goals. No?
Well, Nicholas Jackson got his hat-trick. Do you think we might see a different Nicholas Jackson moving forward now?
Well, I hope yes. I think it's about to build his confidence. Yes, we know very well when the strikers are young and arrive in a club, Daniel knows, in a club like Chelsea, that the demand is massive and you need to, I think, to play well, but score goals. And he's so young and he came from Spain, different league. He need to adapt and yes, massive pressure on him. But I think maybe or hope that this hat trick can be to allowed him to play more relaxed and to find the confidence that he needs to build his confidence.
And just finally, Mauricio, it felt like you perhaps needed a big win to really get that belief in what you're doing at Chelsea. But would you admit to being this feeling especially sweet because it's back at Spurs, where you spent so long? No, not really. I think I am so happy because the 3 point means a lot for us because we are in a situation that we need to win points. No, but I am so happy because I can the possibility to come back and then to see too many staff and people that we didn't have the possibility to say goodbye. And I think it was very emotional. But on the end, it's like another victory. For me, the most important is the 3 points for us, and it's Tottenham, but it's not special or sweeter because of that. Enjoy it, Mauricio. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. And another big challenge for Chelsea against Manchester City on Super Sunday next week. And now they've got a goal scorer potentially who's feeling good about himself.
Indeed. I mean, the confidence that he'll take from today will be very high. Of course, he found it very difficult over the past few weeks, but today, to take the confidence from this game, putting the ball in the back of the net 3 times, and this finish here, you see, was calm and collected. Like I talked about earlier, just hitting the target, giving the keeper a problem and making him make a save. And of course, the ball went in the back of the net for him there. It was good build-up play for Chelsea, 3rd man run, and you see there, he's ready for that tap in, and it's not really a tap in. There's still a bit to do, but it's a good finish.
First time finish. He had a bit longer to think about this one, Daniel.
Indeed.
It was going through his mind.
Well, I think at first he's probably thinking. Can I chip him? Should I pass it now? And I think he wanted to pass it, but I think Mudryk might have been offside. So he's kind of almost tried to pass it and faked it a little bit, and the keeper's fouled down. He sat him down. He's gone round him. And, put the ball in the empty onion bag. That's what it's all about. We love to see it.
Well, and you said there'd be bumps in the road, and sure enough, tonight there was one. But in all your time in football, have you ever known anything quite like that?
Yeah, look, it's hard. It's pretty hard to process because it's almost impossible to kind of analyse the game because, it just seemed to get out of control through large parts of it. And... you're left obviously disappointed with the result, but just really proud of the players' efforts. That they gave everything, and I guess that's a positive we'll take out of it. Yeah,
how big an effort was it from the guys who stayed on the pitch and the ones you brought on? How heroic?
Yeah, I mean, we're very, very close to getting an equaliser a couple of times, and. It shows the spirit and character, which, to be fair to the lads, they've shown that from day one. We've had all sorts of challenges to overcome, just a bridge too far today.
You said in your first answer the game got out of control. After a brilliant, maybe first 15 minutes, why did it get out of control?
Yeah, like I said, it's hard for me to process. I thought we started really well, scored a great goal. Inches away from another one and called offside, and I thought game was going as we wanted it to, and then obviously the red card sort of affected the game, and then I said it just seemed to, I don't know, I felt like I was standing around waiting for things to happen most of the game, with VAR intervention, and it just felt like a lot of standing around.
Any mileage in the idea that it gets out of control after that first doggy tackle on Sterling? It almost becomes a battle at a different kind of football match after that?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like you may see it that way. I mean, because you're not sort of invested in it. I am, so you kind of ride with the emotions. I didn't think there was anything in that tackle that was anything worse than a few others that I saw, and seemed to go unpunished. But I guess that's just the nature of these kind of games. Some will get punished, some won't. I don't think that was the trigger for sort of what went after that.
Okay. What do you make of the Romero red and the penalty?
What do I make of it? I mean, they've obviously had a good look at it, and they've given it, so we've got to accept it. So maybe I'm reading too much into it, but is your issue not so much with any particular decision or any particular card, but more the effect, the big impact VAR has on a football match? You mentioned, plenty of standing around, and people at home know, but people in the stadium have no idea what's going on a lot of the time. It doesn't matter whether you've got any idea. I've said it before, but some of it's self-inflicted, because if we're going to go out there complaining about decisions every week, what's going to happen is what happened today. There'll be forensic sort of study of every decision that goes on out there, and I just think that's the way the game's going. I don't like it, but you know what? I could be a lone voice. I keep being told that that's the way forward, but I just when you look at how much standing around we had to do today, I don't know. Maybe people enjoy that kind of thing. I don't. I'd rather see us playing football.
But just to push you a little bit, any complaints at all about the Romero red or the Udogie red?
No, I've already said that. That's whatever decision they've made. At some point, we've got to accept the referee's decision. That's how I grew up. Yeah, and I keep saying that, and I said that last time. This constant erosion of referees' authorities, well, this is where the game's going to get. They're not going to have any authority, and it's going to get diminished, and we're going to be in the control of somebody a few miles away watching a TV screen. So decision's a decision, you either accept it or you don't. I've always been in the camp, you accept it. Trust me, in 26 years, I've had plenty of bad ones. I've had plenty that have fallen in my favour. It is what it is.
Okay. Tactically then, when you go down to 10 and then 9, I mean, almost every team we see that low block, look for something on the break. You didn't do that. The high line stayed at 10, it stayed at 9. What's the thinking there?
It's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are. It's who we're going to be till as long as I'm here.
But that doesn't change. It doesn't get compromised at 10 or 9 men. Obviously not.
We go down to 5 men, mate. We'll have a crack.
Thank you very much, Ange.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
In a nutshell, it's the Postecoglou strategy. Down to 5 men, we will still have a crack. What do you make of that?
Brilliant. Loved it. Loved watching it. Was intrigued right throughout the game, watching it. Being a defender myself. And it was a fascinating watch. Never really seen something like that before. The normal way you'd always defend with 10 men or 9 men would be get people behind the ball, try and make it difficult, try and make the team cross it, you maybe have your numbers there. To see a team play like that, I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was brilliant. And hopefully one day they do go down to 5 men and let's have a look at it.
Well, his big frustration seemed to be the amount of time he was standing around waiting. There was the stoppages. And perhaps he does have a point. In that first half, which was 55, 56 minutes in length, the ball was in play for 23 minutes.
It's a short amount of time. I mean, look, in the end, I think he's made it quite clear that he's accepting decisions that are being made, and he wants the game to flow. He wants the teams to be able to play football. We don't want to see football in the hands of VAR and all those types of things. I think we want to see exciting games of football. And tonight was one of those. The whole debacle of all the decisions, I think, made it more of a tantalising affair. But, you can see he's upset about the result, and clearly the decisions, he accepted them, but he weren't happy about them, I don't think.
That man's had a lot of credit since he come in, and it's almost that feeling, if you're not a Spurs fan, is let's see what it's like when his team lose a few games or they're on the back of bad decisions. That was still a brilliant interview in terms of his feeling on VAR, in terms of how he'd still set his team up. So I think a lot of people were waiting for that reaction when his team had a bad one, but it was still a brilliant interview.
And moving forward, there can be no doubt in the Spurs dressing room about what their manager wants from them.
Absolutely not. And I love his aura. I think he has that supreme confidence in his tactics and in his players, and you can see that even in his interviews. He's just like, look, we're going to go for it. And he's transparent and clear about his intentions, and I love that about his manager.
At Tottenham. Right, let's get some live reaction From the Chelsea dressing room at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez waiting to speak to us. Well done, Robert. Well, that was a crazy game to watch. Give us a sense of what it was like to play in.
It was a crazy game, and it was quite long as well, about 110 minutes. I think boys are all over the moon, really happy for these 3 points, you know.
Robert, it looked like a comfortable win in the end, 4-1, but at 2-1 you had to make a big save from Son. Just talk us through that one.
I mean, it's an important save. It's what I'm here for. To make one save in the game is going to change the game around. I do think the boys should have managed the game a lot better. We could have got 3, 4, 5 more goals there, I think, from my side. And we're going to talk about that in next week because it has to be better, I think.
Robert, congratulations. Can I ask you a question about your opponents tonight, Tottenham? Because when they were down to 9 men, they seemed to be playing a high line. Is that something that you noticed and you, the lads were trying to capitalise on?
I think so. I mean, the spacing behind was massive. That's the reason why we were able to create so many chances. But to be honest, they were on the front foot. I don't think they changed the way they were playing. They were coming at us, even with 9 men, and they did well, to be honest.
Robert, we saw you give Nicholas Jackson a huge hug at full time. He's been well spoken about this season. What will that hat-trick do for him personally, do you think, now going forward?
Yeah, obviously he has a lot of criticism this season, but I think that's what he deserves today. You know, he put the effort, got 3 goals, first hat-trick on the Premier, all over the moon for him.
Well, listen, really well played tonight. Terrific win for you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Robert Sanchez live from North London for you at the end of that comprehensive win in the end. And not just 2 red cards for Tottenham tonight. It's been a horrible night for Ange Postecoglou. 2 massive injuries as well. First of all, James Maddison, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, this didn't look ideal, but look the way he's walking off. He's limping slightly. This is the one that I'd be really worried about. I've felt that many a time in my career, and it's not pretty. It's not a nice feeling, and that looks like a serious one. The amount of pain he's in, I think you're looking at, you're looking into the months for that one, sadly.
So 2 suspensions, 2 injuries. I think only 4 of the starting 11 actually finished for Tottenham tonight.
Incredible. It's incredible. And before the game, we lauded Tottenham for the way they were playing. The manager's great. Everything's fantastic, Tottenham. But the one thing you thought was, have they got the strength in depth for the squad, players coming in, and now all of a sudden they got a month or 2 in front of them where they're going to have suspensions and injuries. And I'm not sure that the players coming in, replacing the Van der Vens, the Romeros, the Maddison, are of the quality that you'll need to win the Premier League. I think tonight, on the flip side, the Chelsea is a fantastic. I think tonight is really going to burst the bubble at Tottenham. I mean, don't take away what Ange has done in terms of turning things round, but I think we've shown their weakness. That they haven't got the strength and depth of players to come in, and I think that ultimately it's going to be a tough few months for Spurs.
That is football. That is a new football. The new era, the VAR era of football. Yeah, that can happen.
When you played at 11 against 9 and they're playing a high pressure Tottenham, it seemed that you used some time to kind of break that code, a lot of offsides and so on.
No, I think we need to talk about that how we arrive today to the game. We face a team that is with full confidence and in the top of the table because they deserve, but for us was a must-win game. And of course, when we were there, always it's about to take risks and to try to score and sometimes we lose the patience, to build better. And to find the space in the moment that was the right moment. But overall, I think we were better. I think we deserve the win. And the credit is massive because to our player, because we forced them to make the mistake. We forced them to got some injured and we forced them to thinking a little bit and going backward. And again, a team that for me is going to be a contender for the title.
In a game like that, how much is that leadership needed to get your boys to calm down, to the temperature of the game?
Yeah, but sometimes us from the dugout, también, we were very passionate and emotional, and of course, sometimes you lose your not your head, but sometimes your behavior, no? But because you want to win, that is the game. We are so competitive. But yes, I think the team, I think, is a victory. It's a 3 points that for us are really important on the table, but it's really important to build our confidence.
My last question got to be how it was to come back, a place where you love to be, where you were loved, and you're coming out with a 4-1 win. How was it really to come back?
Yeah, it was emotional because nearly 6 years in this club, and of course, too many memories. We cannot hide that, and that was really emotional. Well, it was nice to see too many players and too many staff that we didn't have the chance to say goodbye and to meet again. And yes, it was really nice.
And you found the right bench. There was no Mr. Bean thing going on when we come out to the tunnel.
Nah, we designed. We were involved in design. No, with Daniel and the architect. No, I know really well this stadium.
Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary by the former Arsenal defender Lee Dixon. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Chelsea up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Great atmosphere here. The two sides, I'm sure, will set a quick tempo in this game. We get to watch for free. The players are chomping at the bit. I can't wait.
Really getting stuck in. And a look at the Chelsea starting 11. Antonio Rudiger starts alongside Thiago Silva in central defence. And the focal point in attack today, Timo Werner. Son. Jorginho. And Chelsea have given us away. Good work to regain possession. Well, visionary passing. Could it be? Still a chance. And the block from Alderweireld. And N'Golo Conte in the middle. Oh, great block. Dele Alli. No foul. Spurs advantage. Dele Alli robbed of possession. And Pulisic has it. Sends it back. And a goal it is! No long wait for the opener today.
Well, here it is again. Lovely disguise on the cross. The pullback catches out the defenders, and a 2v1 is never fair. To be honest with you, the keeper's got no chance to stop this. It's lovely football.
Well, back underway here. How will Spurs reply to that setback? Advantage Spurs. Dele Alli. He continues his run. Dele Alli. And on the basis...
screwed it well off target.
Now referring to the earlier infringement, the referee sees it as a bookable offence. Timo Werner. A fine reading of the situation. The tackle completely missed.